When two girls fight over the same boy, there are always going to be problems. But this is a love triangle that spun out of control and turned deadly. Hello everyone, my name is Anya, and in this video we're going to take a look at what happened on this day in the year 2009. The rivalry of Rachel Wade and Sarah Ludemann. Rachel Wade and Sarah Ludemann were two young women who lived in Pinellas Park in Florida. The two girls were very different in many ways. Rachel Wade was 19, an independent young woman who worked as a waitress in an Applebee's restaurant and lived in her own apartment. Sarah Ludemann was 18, a high school senior still living at home with her parents and had dreams of becoming a veterinarian. The two girls were very different in many ways, but there was one thing that they had in common. They were both interested in the same boy, Joshua Camacho. Joshua Camacho was the type of boy that no parent would ever want their daughter to date. He was a high school dropout, a deadbeat dad to a young toddler, and liked to portray that he was the bad boy. Many young women were attracted to him, including Rachel and Sarah. Rachel Wade had known Josh Camacho since they were in elementary school. They had an on-again, off-again relationship across the years. Sarah Ludemann had never had a boyfriend until she met Josh Camacho. She fell head over heels for him. Josh Camacho began dating both Rachel and Sarah at the same time, being careful to make sure that neither girl found out about each other. This continued on for a while until one day, Sarah spotted a photograph that Rachel had posted of herself with Josh online. This began a feud between both Rachel and Sarah over Josh. The two girls would try to one-up each other across the next few months. They were constantly posting photographs of themselves with Josh on social media, writing nasty comments, sending threatening texts to one another. And Josh is said to have encouraged their behaviour. He liked the fact that there were two girls fighting over him. The feud between Rachel Wade and Sarah Ludemann escalated further. The two girls began stalking one another. Sarah and her friends would show up at Rachel's workplace and harass her, and Rachel would send threatening voicemails to Sarah, warning her that she would kill her. Their feud ultimately culminated into what happened on this night, the 14th of April 2009. Sarah Ludemann was out with friends when she learned that Rachel Wade was close by, and she decided to confront her love rival. But this decision proved to be a fatal mistake. What Sarah and her friends did not know was that Rachel had brought a knife. The two girls got into a fight that lasted mere seconds and ended when Rachel stabbed Sarah twice with one blow directly into her heart. Sarah Ludemann collapsed to the ground and Rachel Wade tossed the knife away, saying, quote, "I'm done." Police were called and Sarah Ludemann was taken away in an ambulance. When police went to confront Rachel, she was found sitting calmly smoking a cigarette. Sarah Ludemann was rushed to hospital, where she unfortunately died of her injuries in the early hours of the 15th of April 2009. She was just 18 years of age. When questioned by police, Rachel Wade maintained that she had brought the knife to protect herself and that she acted in self-defense. It's said that she cried when she learned that Sarah Ludemann had died of her injuries. Rachel Wade was arrested and charged with the second-degree murder of Sarah Ludemann. At her trial, her voicemails to Ludemann were heard by the jury. The judge maintained the belief that Rachel Wade always intended to harm Sarah Ludemann. In 2010, Rachel Wade was found guilty of second-degree murder. She was sentenced to 27 years in prison. Rachel Wade has always maintained that she acted in self-defense, but since her conviction, she has admitted to have realized the consequences of her actions. She has had no contact with Josh Camacho since her trial and has said to have come to realize that he was never worth it in the first place. In interviews, Rachel Wade has admitted that if she and Sarah had the chance to communicate with each other better, they would have come to realize that Josh was never worth fighting over at all. This is a sad case of a love triangle turned fatal. Rachel Wade is now serving 27 years in prison, and Sarah Ludemann's parents have lost their only child. Many believe that if Rachel Wade and Sarah Ludemann had communicated with each other better and realised the consequences of what they were doing, maybe they would have come to realise that the boy they were fighting over, he was never worth it in the first place. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. My name is Anya, and we just looked at what happened on this day.